In 2012, Colorado and Washington legalized the recreational use of marijuana for people aged 21 and older. Since then, several states have legalized recreational use, and the trend continues. With that trend comes a booming tourism industry and folks flocking to states where the use of marijuana can be enjoyed in a safe environment. But what do you do when you get there? Well, that's where we come in. We'll introduce you to people who have the distinction of aficionados and the palates of connoisseurs, people with the spirit of adventurers and a love for the herb. So join us as we meet up with enlightened travelers who will guide us to some of their favorite 420 friendly hotspots.
On this episode, we'll meet up with our host, Troy, who will take us along on a tour of Medicine Man, where we will be given an insider's look at one of the largest growth operations in the United States. After the tour, we'll head over to Idaho Springs for an ultra-relaxing spa treatment at Indian Hot Springs. Later, we'll make a trip down to Manitou Springs and soak up the beautiful artisan atmosphere. Then it's back to Denver, where we'll get creative with painter Heidi Keys of Puff Pass and Paint for a 2-hour smoking session and a step-by-step instruction on creating our own masterpieces. We'll end this episode enjoying lots of food and plenty of beer at one of the biggest public events in the United States, the Denver Oktoberfest. Troy.
Welcome to Travel Buds. I am your host, Troy. For those that partake in cannabis, there are all kinds of fun things to do. Come journey with me.
Welcome to Travel Buds.
What's up, everybody? We're here with Medicine Man. We're with Peter, and Peter is going to tell us some things about mothers and clones in the business of cannabis.
Yes. Well, it all starts out from mothers. Genetics is a huge part of the industry. It's taken us years to build up big, juicy, and fast producers. So that's a whole different story.
As I toured around the Medicine Man facility, one of the things I loved about dealing with Peter was he was very knowledgeable about the product being spoken about. It wasn't someone that was just vested into it because of a financial investment. They were vested because they care about it. He's very serious about the holistic way in which they grow. He's very serious about high potencies and well-kept plants that don't have bugs and don't have pesticides and things that will harm anyone, including the environment, which is a beautiful thing.
All right, let's do it.
The grow room was bananas. And for those of you that are cannabis partakers, you will understand this when I tell you to walk into a warehouse space and see a room that is 25 by 35 and it's nothing but cannabis. It's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? It's like if you love strawberries and you go to a strawberry field, you're in heaven. It was just an amazing thing to be in one of the grow rooms. They have an amazing setup.
We know this is a completely safe product. So I recommend people come to Medicine Man to buy their weed.
You heard that right, people. Medicine Man.
A while longer, the smells really come out. So I've got a whole...
If you love the smell of the various strains of cannabis, it's an amazing thing to pop a lid on a bucket and it's blueberries or Girl Scout cookies or any of the great wonder ganjas that they have out there. It's a beautiful thing to pop a lid and have that waft into your face and it's not burning. Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, this is where the hand trim drying goes.
Okay.
Pull these out.
Wow, look at that. How beautiful is that?
All right, Travel Buds, when I tell you to see a full wall of a room pulled out in front of you and it's nothing but super nugs and super ganja on it, it is just mind-boggling. It's like, are you kidding me? Did you just pull a wall out and it's nothing but super weed, super ganja? It's an amazing thing.
Slower the better. So we've got the best of the best. This looks like Girl Scout cookies right here, and that's the real deal Girl Scout cookies too.
Yeah,
I got the real deal.
You want some Girl Scout cookies?
And it's the real thing. I got a cutting off the plant the song was made of, so you'll be smoking the Girl Scout cookies tonight.
You gotta love that.
And like
One of the great things about the tour at Medicine Man was on their recreational side, the selection is vast. And as a cannabis smoker, you like to be able to have a selection. You don't want it to always be the same strain or the same flavor. And so it was really nice to be in a space that had that in their heart. And he was very serious about being able to have a great selection for the recreational side and the medical side. And that is an important thing, I think, for those that are in the business of cannabis, is to know that your clients really want something different. It shouldn't always be the same thing, even if it's a good seller. I think it's still, when you have that change, it keeps your clients coming back. And they had an amazing array of strains and varieties of things to partake.
half my family and seen my place.
Exactly, and it's an amazing place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Travel
you.
Buds 2015.
Travel Buds.
The Indian Hot Springs experience was an amazing thing. Very relaxing, very personable staff, and you can do a variety of things. There is the big pool, there are private pools, there are the hot caves, and it was so damn hot in there it was ridiculous, but it's good for you. It was a very relaxing thing to be in the large pool. It was a little bit different than the small pool. Not any more relaxing, but it wasn't quite as hot. So it was a good experience all around.
I have been waiting for this all week long.
There is a mud room, and the mud is mud made with the mineral water that comes out of the ground, and you have the opportunity to slather this hot mud all over your body and sit in the sauna, and it helps to extract various things from the body, toxins and whatnot. The massage was very relaxing. It was a good, thorough massage. I would recommend, if you go, to get one. They do have private baths. Now, the private baths are a little bit hotter in temperature because they are more confined. They're a much smaller bath, and so you don't get the vastness of the big pool, and so the water does come out. It seems to be quite a bit more warm, but it's really not.
Oh, hello. Clothing optional here at this point. Travel
The
Bud.
sauna room at the Indian Hot Springs was really damn hot. Let me tell you, if you don't like heat, I wouldn't suggest you go in there, because you walk in and a wall of heat wafts over you. You have to be ready for it, or it's just a bit much. But, you know, I'm a person that loves heat. I'm a summer baby. As we tooled around various parts of Colorado for the Travel Bud show, we went to Manitou Springs. And Manitou Springs is an amazing place. Very old world feel, but very polite people and very engaging people. The shop owners and the various businesses that were there were very accommodating, very personable. One of the great things and one of the great feels of Manitou Springs, it is very bohemian and hippie-ish for those that enjoy that vibe. We went to a wizard and wand shop. We went to a pub, to a jewelry store. We went to a couple of other places that were amazing. There was a place called the Cliff House, which is a bed and breakfast that has quite a nice history. Did not have the opportunity to stay, but I will go back and let you know what that experience is like. I do promise you. Like I said, it was a very nice experience, very nice people, and it was a great variety of shops. It wasn't all the same thing. It really didn't give you the idea of a small town. One of the ladies that we stopped and spoke with actually called it their Mountain Mayberry, and I thought that was so funny. It made us all laugh. Manitou Springs is a place that has several spots in the city for the natural springs, and I actually drank natural spring water that is naturally carbonated. Quite healthy for you and rather tasty. If you get an opportunity, make sure you stop at one of the natural springs and have some of the water.
Lovely.
So if you get an opportunity to travel outside of Denver, make sure to check out Manitou Springs. It is really a nice city. Fantastic mountain.
Excuse me.
I am from,
Oh my God.
the conversation that was had about better to paint under the influence of alcohol or under the influence of cannabis, and one of the ladies at my table said cannabis was way better.
This is definitely much better.
And I think it helps you focus more intently on the project that you're doing, whether it be painting, dancing, singing, whatever it is. I believe it helps you have a more singular focus, still be personable and entertaining with other people around you, but you're very focused on what you're doing, and I do appreciate that aspect as an artist. One of the great things about being at Puff Pass and Paint is the participants ranged in ages from mid-20s to their mid-60s, and I think it's a great thing to be in a community where you can get strangers of all ages, all ethnicities, all sexes and orientations together in one room, being loose and creative and allowing your artistic being to flow without hampering or judgment about how you got there.
Is he rolling a bag? What is he doing?
Sitting in a room with people from all around the nation and rolling their own joints, spliffs, doobies, whatever you call it in today's world, and passing it around without any thought or reservation about doing so. You get to meet people that have an artistic idea or feeling within them, and they want to explore that. And to be around that as an artist, it only makes you want to be more of an artist when you see people that are maybe novice or not professional at it, and they go in with this vigor and this love and this emotion for it. So I am really very happy to say that the experience at Puff Pass and Paint was really nice and personable and very opening and welcoming and community oriented in how they interacted with everyone else.
Travel Buzz!
People everywhere. Oktoberfest.
Should you be in Colorado during the month of October, you should partake in the Oktoberfest. It is a fun experience. A lot of people, a lot of businesses are involved. There is, I think, well over 100 beer companies involved. There is full beer stein contest, these huge beer steins, and you have to stand and hold them for this particular amount of time to win a prize. There was dancing. There was an array of food from all over the various regions. It was brats, it was peppers, it was burgers, all types of meats and all types of cabbages. It was a fun time. And to see so many people come in to be in a place where you can partake in beer and cannabis, it doesn't get any better than that. There were picnic tables, places to be community and talk and chit-chat with people, as well as sit down and eat your food. You didn't have to walk and stand around and eat, and that was a very fun experience. The Oktoberfest in Denver is one of the largest Oktoberfests in the world. If you didn't know, you know now.
Tomorrow, otherwise, I'm looking forward to next year with all of you beautiful people. You guys ready? Yeah!
Travel Buzz. Until next time, we hope to see you again. Your host, Troy.